Walmart, yo. This your boy Tyrell, aka Dolo, aka Salt Mark the Hog Mark. You now tuned into the Holla At Your Boy podcast. I'm a little under the weather, but I still came through for y'all niggas. And I still got my boy shaungfx, aka Buck Wild, aka Craig Pops. And we are the Holla At Your Boy. You already know, man. Dipset for life.
Bird game.
You already know, man. Yeah, niggas under the weather, man. We missing about 2 people. That's because somebody was asleep and then somebody was sick. But we still good though, cause we holding it down.
Yeah, we gonna hold it down for the team.
We holding it down for the team, man. Dipset Bird game.
Alright, so let's get things started.
Alright, let's go. Let's rock out. Oh, shout out to everybody that stay tuned. Shout out to my new set. Shout out to everybody that's on Spotify, that's listening to it on Spotify. Shout out to everybody that's listening to it on Apple. Yes, please subscribe. Please subscribe to this. I meant to say that. Please subscribe. Please.
And shout out to the people that have been giving us a lot of feedback. We really appreciate that. Like, it really means something that people's paying attention. All the constructive criticism and all that. We even take the negative criticism. And ain't no such thing as bad publicity. We'll take whatever we can get. We're just trying to spread and grow.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Oh, this is part of the segment. He got to sing at least once an episode.
Once an episode. Y'all already know how we get it. Y'all already know how
I'd rather get it out the way now.
Yeah.
So, the hot topic lately has been the Aaron Hernandez documentary. So, will you even catch it?
I saw it. I saw the whole thing on Netflix.
What is your thoughts?
Let's see. Oh, let me get my laugh out real quick. Alright. People look at it in a different way. I look at it as people call him crazy. People call him a maniac. What's another word? A
menace.
A menace. All of the derogatory words that you can call a person when they doing stuff like he did. But I looked at a person that needed help since he was young. He didn't have the proper guidance because he had a father that was very, very well known in the town, but also was abusive to everyone in the household. And when I mean the household, I mean the mother, the brother, just them two, the mother, the brother, and Aaron Hernandez. So as a child, you automatically pick up some things, some traits from your father, you know, and being all that his father passed away when he was young or whatever like that, it kind of played with his mind. And his mother wasn't fully there for him. So I can understand, I'm not justifying it, I can understand the path that he took. I can understand where his mind is at.
Thanks to Joe Bugs, when we say we understand, we gotta make sure you know that we don't condone it.
Yeah.
Because people might get twisted. So we do not condone his actions, but we understand what led to him being who he was.
Facts. And, you know, being all that, he had a hard time communicating because if you look at the documentary, he really didn't say much. He had a hard time communicating with his wife, with the general manager, with the owner of the Patriots, Robert Kraft, all of that stuff. So, you know, when you grow up in an environment or you grow up in a certain type of way or whatever like that, and especially if it's like not a normal childhood life or whatever it is like that,
you're gonna go through some shit.
Yeah, you're gonna go through something. And it's,
some situation more dramatic than others. Yeah, it just piles on. It just continues to pile on. Pile on.
And then that suppresses whatever you need to talk about because a lot of time, and I relate that to what's going on in the urban area. You know, a lot of us, we don't really have nobody to talk to, or we don't want to talk to nobody because how the way we were taught, yo, be strong. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put
the chain. You gotta take that loss.
Exactly. So a lot of times we don't know how to communicate with somebody. So I can understand that part. I'm not excusing the murders and all that, but I can understand where his mindset was at. But overall, man, to me, it was I don't want to say it was a good documentary because of what he did, but it was good in the sense of how they started putting it together. Like they made us understand. Like they just didn't put all the blame on him. They gave us his life story. They gave us every side, every angle. You know what I'm saying? They even had people from the Patriots talk. They had people from his town talk, and you know it was good and it was negative, but you got every perspective. You know, so overall, the documentary, I give it a thumbs up. A lot of people say that they don't show no sympathy to him, but he's still a human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I still have to say rest in peace, Aaron Hernandez. You know, and rest in peace to the family, Odin, rest in peace to Odin, and my condolences to his family and the other people as well. So that's my take.
I'll be honest, I didn't see it, but I did read up on some things about him, and it was one of those situations where you kind of see he's crying for help, but not verbally. You just through his mannerisms, through his actions. You know, there would be instances where they said he'll have instances of anger, but then he'll flip and say, "I want to cuddle with my mother."
Yeah.
Things like that. And then even when he became an NFL player, when like Shannon Sharp said, making money doesn't change you; it just makes you a bigger what you already are. And he got to the point where he was so paranoid for his own life. He even asked them, "Can you trade me to a team on the West Coast?" And they rejected it because he was so paranoid and fear for his life and his family's life because of the life that he was living and the demons that was haunting him. So you see things like that. It's like, you know, sometimes everyone can always, you know, reach out and say, "Listen, sir, I need help." Yeah. It just you can read a person and see that there's something not right about him. Yeah. And it was just too late. And with the things he do, I already spoke to him off camera. I was like, I have no sympathy for him. I just can't, because you took that, you put 6 bullets in that man, and it was calculated. It was intentional, and you were able to get off for 2 other murders allegedly that we may not know the real truth about. And then you're tied to all 7 other cases of violence and shootings and everything. So I was like, at Tim, I only feel sorry for his family for the fact that they had to be attached to him. Yeah. And my condolences go out to the family of Odin Lloyd, because that was an unfortunate situation.
Odin Lloyd, yeah. Condolences to the family. Condolences to the 2. You know, if he did do it or whatever, just period. Condolences to the 2 people that got murdered during that whole.
Was that in like Florida or something like that?
Yeah, no. I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak on it because I really
I can't know too much, but I know he was involved with a previous shooting. But the car that was rented was in his name, and then that car they found 2 years later at a family member's house.
At his aunt's house.
So it's a lot of question marks on that.
It's a lot of question marks. A lot.
What I really want to get to,
what's up,
is the reaction. This man's been dead since 2017, something like that, right?
2017, yeah.
So the documentary comes out, and I'm reading on my social media, and we know what he did. Everybody knows, it's all in the news. But
facts.
The reaction I seen was like, he was a murderer. And the only reaction I seen was, he
fine.
Wasn't gay. He's fine.
Oh, he's fine.
He wasn't gay. All this time he was like a man, and then I'm like, and then people defended him. Was like, they just put this out so they can make it think he was gay or trying to gay.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He's a whole murderer. I don't care. All that, the documentary was pointless to me because it showed me nothing, and I may never look at it. Yeah, I'm like, we're talking about what he looked like and his sexuality and things like that. That was something he was battling with since he was a child because he got molested. Yeah. So we can't really say if it's true or not. We may never know. We only got one side. Yeah. But I'm like, out of all things that can come out of a documentary about a man's life and and leading up to why he did what he did. Yeah. We're talking about it. You got people talking about how he looked and if he was gay or not.
Yeah. I want to say something about that too. I want to say, you know, let me. But I wanna say this though. A lot of people have been saying this generation right now, like the sensitivity level is so high, but at the same time, when I start paying attention, like on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is, like when I look in the world, it seems like nobody don't care as much. Like death is so frequent that we are so numb to it now. Yeah. So it's like when tragedy happened, we be like, oh yeah, da, da, da. We talk about it for a tad bit, but after that, we forget about it because the attention span is so small, and we don't. Yeah, the sensitivity level is high, but at the same time, a lot of us, just in general, like we don't care, and it's sad, and it's sad to come to that too. It's sad.
Yeah, there's no sympathy, or even when Juice WRLD died, all the jokes that came out.
All the jokes, yeah.
People making jokes saying little seizures and
Yeah,
things like that because
yeah.
of his drug addiction, but at the same time, y'all want to worry about drug awareness and people doing drugs and want to ready to point blame. Oh, you got Future's music influence him to do this and do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, but y'all still making jokes of it. So how serious can we take it when at the same time? Instead of when y'all want to bring awareness, y'all want to post a meme at the same time about it.
Yeah.
It's like this stuff is real life. This thing's really happening to people. And then when he died, they showed that he was in a severe stage of CTE. From the concussions he took over the span of his life.
That's
so
a fact.
he was pretty much building his, basically creating a blueprint for his own destruction, and probably may not didn't know it because he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And what was and be constructive as far as putting himself on a better path to rehabilitation as far as with his mother, his wife, and everything else, and it led to what it led to.
Yeah.
So some things it just like it don't always gotta be funny.
Yeah, and then what I heard, you know what I'm saying? I haven't done my research, which I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna say, just don't quote me on it.
Niggas talking crazy, we been getting famous, and we put in all this work, so could you really blame us? Showing loyalty and still making this paper. You ain't down with us, you still owe me some favors.